Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface, and I'm literally picking up the second part of this external look at the Throne of Thunder, where we left off yesterday's video. I've just killed that quest mob. I've noticed it's got a debuff on me, a stacking debuff. That's most likely just going to be increased damage from the quest mob himself. And I'm moving us from the left-hand side, which we looked at yesterday, to the right-hand side, which we haven't seen as yet. Now this area here, which is surrounded by doors on all angles, every door seems to be openable apart from the one which leads to outside the Throne of Thunder, mainly I think because you can only get that way through the sewer exit, which I showed on yesterday's vid as well. But the size of that area was pretty big, and I've just got a feeling, oh what a feeling, that's where we drag down Nalak, which is the second world boss. But first up, we're greeted with this Pandaren who offers us a couple of daily quests. I'd love to show them to you, but I can't, because as yet the quest mobs in question, how many times can I sort of get quest in one sentence? Aren't active in the game yet, which is a little bit of a shame. And slightly later on in the video, I will show you what's inside that room to the left. But I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the harbour. There are a couple of mobs here, not many, just 2 here, and I think 3 in another area. And these are, again, Zandalari. We've got a Zandalari ship out there. And on the ship itself, we've got a pterodactyl, not a terror wing. This is a pterodactyl, which is acting as a quest mob. I can't get onto the ship as yet because it's blocked off by an invisible wall, which I'm sure will be released at some point during the PTR. Now then, these 2 doors I'm about to go through now upset me. And you're going to ask, how on earth can a couple of doors upset you? Well, when I came here first time, and I'm sorry to sound like a broken record,
when I was here first time, it was so much better, but now it's just, oh, with the pop music and MTV.
You know, when I opened these doors first time round, they had this brilliant sort of effect, where there'd be like rushing wind that would fly through when a door was open, and leaves would be scattered in all directions, and it looked really, really cool. But now, sadly, that seems to have been removed, and I don't understand why. Blizzard, it looked absolutely terrific. Add it back. Put it back. I don't know if it had some effect on the area. Maybe it was causing it to lag out or what, but it did look brilliant. But then, first of all, we're greeted at the top of the stairs, and I need to go back in the area because I want to show you what's in that room, by another rare elite. And if you didn't see yesterday's vid, rare elites are scattered everywhere around this place. And although I seem to be tackling it fine, again, it's another mob which has a high health pool but very low damage output. My pet is hardly taking any damage at all. It's got this crouch ability, which is just healing it up way too much. My damage can't outdo its healing, and I'm not spec'd into any sort of interrupt on this build that I've got on the PTR. So there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to defeat this creature. So I end up sort of stubbornly trying to have another go. I did attempt to fear it. I did use my horror effect on it. Neither of them worked. So I reckon it's probably either going to be a stun or an interrupt to block that heal. But irregardless, I decide enough is enough and just give up and go back into the other area because I want to show you what's in that room. And I've mentioned on previous videos, not just yesterday's videos, but I've mentioned on multiple videos that I do like it when Blizzard kind of introduce a little platformy element to the game, because I know it's an MMO, and an MMO is a massively multiplayer online game, but that doesn't mean to say that you have to do everything with people. The vast majority of the game you need to do with others if you want to progress. So if you want to do any raiding, you've got to do it with other people. If you want to do dungeons, you've got to really do them with other people, especially the dungeons at your own level I'm talking about. But it's so nice when they have little nuances which look like platformy elements. And the boss yesterday, remember the one where when you burnt it down to X amount of health, it then produced a force field, which was generated by 4 items around the place, and you had to literally dodge these lightning bolts that were going around the place, and also to make sure you didn't fall into the floor, which had the lightning effect on it, otherwise you'd just basically get torn to pieces. I hearkened that to sort of platforming element. And this, again, just jumping, simple things like jumping over them, it's just really cool. Really cool. Now, when I get here, we've got a Pally, I believe, that's smacking a rare elite to pieces. Because it's an Alliance Paladin, it seems to have not tapped, which is pretty cool. And then we've got all these chests, which are scattered around this area. But when you open any of them, there's sadly nothing inside. There wasn't when I came round here first time either. I was just sort of fingers crossed that they had made a couple of amendments. But a couple of amendments have been made in other areas. Now, if I was to fall off one of those pillars that was jumping over, would I die? Would I land in a big pool of that awful lightning stuff on the floor? Well, no. You'd just land at the bottom and have to walk your way. So I'm hoping that Blizzard put some kind of you know, damaging effect down at the bottom to make sure that we do jump across these little pillars. We do kind of make it a little bit platform-esque. And there, I'm absolutely certain, the last time I came here, that door was open. And it actually led down to another room, which was sort of like the Anvil of Thunder, whatever it's called, which is going to be introduced. Oof! That effect, by the way, happens all the time when you walk out that room. Sometimes when you walk in it, it's a bit scary. You think you're just about to fall through the world. Which is quite possible on PTRs. It's happened to me many times. But it seems to be blocked off now. So whether that's for a quest, because it looks like there are going to be daily quests here, who knows. But up here has yet to be populated. And if I just ride over this bridge, when I came here first time, there was a rare elite here as well. But it's not there at the moment, so either it's been killed or it's been moved somewhere else. That's the beast that we're killing a little bit earlier on. I use the word killing in very, very loosely indeed. And as you can see, the area is now populated with Zandalari trolls. Coming over to the beach, we've got another rare elite just chilling out on the beach there. So they're plentiful in all different areas. Now, I could have attacked that rare elite because it's soloable, but it can easily kill you. It's got some very nasty little abilities. But here, I just thought this looked way cooler. We've got these Priests of the Hawk and the Priests of the Direhorn, and then a couple of other priests on either side, and they're channeling into this fetish, this troll fetish. Now, I thought maybe it would release if I killed all 4, but I think I only have to kill 2, and then the fetish actually kills the other 2 priests itself, and then attacks me. But it's a quest mob, so this is going to be utilised at some point, either during the PTR or at some point when you come here to do your dailies. There we go. And again, it all started off very, very nice and easy for me. It does a couple of things on the floor, just step out of them. You know, whenever you see a ring around you, get out. It then targeted me, so what I'm just doing or trying to do something, I just hide around the corner here. But the damage-wise, it's taking pretty decent amounts of damage. My pet's taking no damage. Again, we're back on with that situation. High health pools, low damage output. And then the little bugger cast, not that, but it goes and casts a heal on itself. Here it comes in now. And again, because I'm not spec for an interrupt, I couldn't do anything. And I don't have a dispel, so I couldn't do anything either. And as you can see, its health just suddenly starts going right up there. It's almost like a massive renew for this mob. So it took a little bit of time to burn down, because I just then had to make sure that my damage became a lot quicker. I pulled out my big 10-minute pet and stuff like that and just burnt, and I managed to just finish it off before it got too much of the healing out. But quite cool. I was quite interested in that. Dropped a nice little item I can sell for 26 gold. But this area just seems to be situated with trolls. We've got these big tents that are around the place. If you poke your head in a tent, I'll poke my head in one before I go, don't worry. You find that there are some more quest mobs in there as well. I think, thankfully, that that paladin or whoever it is that's running around on the Tiger Mount is managing to pull the vast majority of the Zandalari. I thought it was me and started to get quite panicky at one point, but then I realised they're all chasing him. Yay! And then we find ourselves here with the quest mob, which is just situated inside of the tent. So I'm going to make a swift exit before they decide that I'm next on their list. And we find ourselves right back at the front gate, and this is where we started the tour. So beforehand, just a couple of things. Firstly, we have this quest elite, and it now seems that we can kill any of these guys to contribute towards that quest, which I seem to get on a daily basis as opposed to the singular one. And then we have this rare elite here, and the reason why I'm not even going to bother to attack this is this one needs a group. This is a biggie. Well, I say a group. A Death Knight I've seen tackling this, I wouldn't say with ease, but Death Knights just seem to be able to solo Jesus at the moment, which is a bit crazy. But yeah, if you have a regular tank, probably need another DPS or two and a healer. But that is the left and the right of the exterior of Throne and Thunder sorted. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. Please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter and also like my Facebook. And I shall be back with some more stuff very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.